Hello grade 3, how are you? Inshallah, in this video we are going to answer the sound worksheets for the one who didn't answer it in the class or for the one who missed any answer. Let's start by page number 1. First question. These all make music. Label each to show how it is played. He did the first one for us, which is maracas. We said that for making a sound we must vibrate an object. In case of maracas, we shake it. We shake it to vibrate it so we get sound. In case of recorder, we must blow. And blow means vibrating the air. Recorder, blow. What about the guitar? If you want to make sound from the guitar, should we blow, shake, hit, or pluck? Pluck. It's pluck, which means vibrating the strings by our finger. So guitar is by plucking. Xylophone. If you want to make a sound from the xylophone, should we pluck, hit, shake, or blow? We should hit. We hit those steps to get sound from the xylophone. Rattle. We should shake it as a maracas. Trumpet, we should blow to vibrate the air to make sound. Drum, hit. Harp, it's the same like the guitar. It has a lot of strings, so you must pluck. Fine, we should match each instrument with the way it is played. Question number B. How do you make rattle louder? How can we make a rattle louder? This rattle, which we get a sound from it by shaking it, how can we make it louder? We said loudness of the sound is related to how strong or gentle the vibration is. If you want to get a loud sound, we have to vibrate the object strongly. So if you want to get a loud sound from the rattle, we have to shake it strongly. We have to shake it strongly. Question letter C. How do you make a drum quieter? Here we have our drum and we hit it to get sound. We are vibrating its skin. This part at which we hit is called skin. We vibrate this skin to get sound. If you want to make it quieter, if you want to make this sound quieter, we can hit it gently. If you hit it gently, the sound will be quiet. But if you hit it strongly, the sound will be loud. So the answer of C is to hit it gently. Hit it gently so the sound will be quieter. D. How does the sound from a drum change as you walk away? If I'm playing a drum here in my place and you keep walking away from me, what will happen to the sound? It will become quieter. Excellent. Let's move to page number 2. Remember that you have to read the question very carefully so you understand what the question needs. So you know well what you should write in the answer. In the big hall, the piano is playing. Children stand in different parts of the hall. This is the big hall of the piano. The piano is here and the students are standing as you can see them. Jane and Fiona, then Keris and Daniel, Ella and Faraj, Goopy and Helen. Question letter A. Take the two pupils who hear the sound loudest. Which two students hearing the sound loudest? Sure, the closest one, which are Jane and Fiona. So, A, Jane and Fiona. B. Cross the two pupils who hear the sound quietest. Who can hear the sound quietest in the music hall or in the piano hall? Sure, the two students which are sitting the farthest, or the two students which are sitting far away from the piano, which are Goopy and Helen. Excellent. Guppy and Helen. Guppy and Helen are sitting very far away from the piano. That's why they will hear the quietest sound. So we have to take cross at Guppy and Helen. C. Circle someone who hears the sound louder than Guppy but not as loud as Carrie's. Circle someone who hears the sound louder than Guppy and not as loud as Carrie's. So if this person hears the sound louder than Guppy, he must be sitting near to the piano than Ella. I'm sorry. If this person is hearing the sound louder than Guppy, this person must be sitting near to the piano than Guppy. So, but not as loud as Carrie, but not as close as Carrie. So it must be the one in between, which is Ella. We have to circle Ella. D. Fiona and Jane are next to the piano. Fiona and Jane are next to the piano. Who can hear it louder? Here we have Fiona and Jane. Jane is wearing an ear protector. So this ear protector is gonna protect her ear from the loud sound. So now who is hearing the sound louder? It must be Fiona. So D is Fiona. Remember, the answers are written here. The answers of those questions are written here in this sticky note. Now let's move to page 3. We have to read the questions very carefully. Sound and hearing. Finish the sentence. He is wearing ear cover because this person is wearing ear cover because this person is using the driller, and driller make a very loud sound. So that's why he is hearing ear protector, or he is wearing ear covers to protect his ears from loud sound, and because loud sound from the driller may harm his ears. Loud sound from the driller may harm his ears. 3. Ali tests different sounds. He counts how many steps away he is when he cannot hear the sound. Here is his chart. He tests buzzer, bell, whistle, rattle. Let's see how many steps he walk away when he cannot hear the buzzer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. Bell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 steps away, so he cannot hear the bell. Whistle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps away when he cannot hear the whistle. Rattle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps away when he cannot hear the rattle. Question letter A. Which thing makes the loudest sound? Which of those things make the loudest sound? Let's look at the chart. Bell make the biggest or the greatest numbers of steps. The biggest number of steps or the largest numbers of steps. So maybe bell is the thing that make the loudest sound. Ali needs to walk away 12 steps, the largest number of steps away from the bell, so he cannot hear it. That's why we said that bell is the thing that make the loudest sound. So 3A is bell. B. Let's see B. How many steps away he is when he cannot hear the rattle? Let's count the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So B is 6 steps. Let's move to page number 4. Page number 4, we did it at the class, but if you want to make it again, it's a home activity. You have to ask someone to call you while you're shutting your eyes. You have to shut your eyes, close your eyes, and ask someone to call you from any place that you don't know in the room as you're shutting your eyes. And you have to point at the person who is calling you. If you point at the right place, you have to tick here. If you point near to the place of the person who's calling you, tick there. If you point somewhere else, tick in this box. Repeat this experiment 4 times. It's something to test your sense of hearing. Move to page 5, playing the guitar. Fred is playing the guitar. He uses one hand to press on the strings and the other to strum them. A. What's happening to the strings to make sound? What is happening to the strings to make sound? It vibrates, right? We have to vibrate the strings to get sound. So page 5. A. Strings must vibrate to make sound, or we can just simply write vibrate. Fred's friend Tony uses a sound sensor to measure how loud Fred's guitar is. Fred strums his strings harder to make the guitar sound louder. As we said, if you want to make a very loud sound, we have to vibrate our object very strong. And if you want to get a quiet sound, we can vibrate it gently. Here, he told us that Fred strum or vibrate or block his guitar, the strings of his guitar harder to make loud sound. What's happening? B. What's happening to the strings to make the guitar sound louder? What's happening to the strings to make the guitar sound louder? Think about it. Excellent. Vibrate strongly. It vibrates strongly. The strings of the guitar vibrate strongly to get a loud sound. It vibrates strongly. Fine. Let's move to page 6. We have to read the question carefully so we know the answer and we understand our question well. A circle appears on the sound sensor screen when it senses a noise. The louder the noise, the bigger the circle is. The sound sensor, this is a sensor which senses the sound. In case of loud sound, it gives us big circle. In case of quiet sound, it gives us small or narrow circle. What will happen to the size of the circle on the sound sensor screen if Tony moved the sensor away from Fred? Fred is playing his guitar very loudly, as we know in the last question. Fred take the sensor far away from Tony. So what will happen to the sound? Tony moved the sensor far away from Fred while Fred playing the guitar. So what will happen to the sound? The sound become quieter. That's why the circle will becomes smaller or shrink. So the answer of letter C, the circle will shrink or gets smaller. D. Fred needs to adjust his guitar to alter the pitch of the string. He wants to adjust the guitar to alter or change the pitch of the strings. Complete this sentence to describe how Fred should adjust his guitar. How can he alter or he change or how can he change the pitch of the guitar? Fred can make pitch higher by, we can get high pitch from the guitar strings by, we have 2 answers here. We can either make the strings short, as we said, if you want to get high pitch, we must make the strings short, or tighten them. Tighten them mean stretch them. He can either stretch the strings or make the strings short. As we said, it's opposite. Short give us high pitch, while long give us low pitch. Fred can make the pitch lower by making the strings long or using loose strings. Loose mean not stretched at all. Not stretched, not tighten. Loose strings means not stretched strings, and loose strings give us low pitch, as we know. Let's move to page 7. GF is playing with some water bottle. He blows across the open top of bottle A and it makes sound. When he blows across the open top of bottle B, it makes different sound. Which statement is true? Let's think about bottle A and bottle B at first. GF blow, and blow means vibrating the air. So let's look at the air in bottle A and bottle B. If you look at the air in bottle A, we will find short air column, while in bottle B, long air column. And as we know, short air column give us high pitch sound, while long give us low pitch sound. Which statement is true? Tick one box. The column of air in bottle B is long, so the pitch of the sound is high. In case of long air column, it gives us high pitch. I don't think so. The column of air in bottle B is long, so the pitch of the sound is low. That is the right one. When the air column is long, when the vibrating air column is long, the pitch must be low. Let's move to letter B question. GF's teacher tells him there is no sound in space because space is a vacuum. We know that space is a vacuum, and vacuum means a place where there is no air at all. And in the last video we said that sound needs air to travel through it. If there is no air, sound will find nothing to vibrate it, nothing to travel through it to your ears. So why can sound travel through a vacuum? Because there will be no air for the sound to travel or to move. Thank you very much, grade 3. Remember that you have to read the question very well to understand it, so you can answer it in right way. Thank you very much. Bye bye.